Bookish friends, I'm here with another tag video. When I saw the thumbnail of this tag in Julie's channel at Hungry Bookworm, I said to myself, oh, I will definitely do this tag. And when I watched the video, I saw that I was tagged by Julie. Julie, you know me so well. So the name of this tag is Agatha Christie tag, and I have mentioned many times in my channel, Agatha Christie is my favorite author, and she is the one that I have read most books from. Although I haven't read half of her books, I've still read 43 books from her. This is definitely my tag. This tag was originally created by Julie at Hungry Bookworm and Lil at Lynn's Vintage World. I have newly subscribed to her channel and I'm really loving her content. You should both check their channels. They are fantastic people. So let's get on with the questions. First question is, how did you get into reading Agatha Christie and which of her books did you read first? I first started reading Agatha Christie when I was, I think, 11 years old. One of my childhood friends had a traffic accident and broke her leg, and she had to stay indoors. And our parents were great friends, and they let me visit her all through the summer. And we spent much time together. Her father had a library full of Agatha Christie books, and she said that she enjoyed reading them because she was bedridden, and advised one of her books to me, and I flew through it, and I think I read like 10 or 15 of her books that summer. And I want to thank my friend and her father for introducing me to Agatha Christie. By the way, we are still very good friends. Question 2. Have you read any books on Agatha and her life? Autobiographies, biographies? I'm going to make a confession here. I didn't read any books about Agatha Christie until I saw this tag question. And I was so curious about what was in my iPad application, Bookmate. It's a Turkish application I mentioned before. I pay a monthly fee and get many books with that monthly fee. There was a middle grade book about Agatha Christie's life, and I read it. And now I can say that I have read at least one middle grade book about Agatha Christie's life. It was called Agatha, A Mystery of Woman. It was a stage 2 book. So it was geared towards middle grade children who were learning English. Question 3. Have you watched any adaptations of Agatha Christie's books, movies, TV shows, plays, etc.? If so, do you have a favorite? Once I read the book, I like to watch all the adaptations of Agatha Christie's of that book. So I have seen many adaptations of Agatha Christie's works. My favorite TV adaptation is the TV series of Hercule Poirot, starring David Suchet. David Suchet is the embodiment of Hercule Poirot, in my opinion. Although there are some very good adaptations of the book, in terms of acting, I think he is the best. As regards to her individual books, I also have a favorite adaptation of And Then There Were None, which is my favorite Agatha Christie book. It was an BBC adaptation. I have mentioned this in my I love the book, I love the movie tag. I won't say much about that adaptation. But the third adaptation I want to talk about is the adaptation of The Crooked House. Crooked House is actually one of her darker mood mysteries. And the movie adaptation portrayed this very well. I cannot remember who starred in this adaptation, aside from Glenn Close, because she was so predominant in the movie, but I will link all of the information down below. Question 4. Which book of Agatha Christie's has your favorite villain? I think I'm going to say The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. I do not want to say much about the villain because it will be spoilery. Question 5. Which book of Agatha Christie's would you like to reread next? I think I want to read her play Mousetrap as my next read. I'm really curious about how she wrote the play so that it played for so many years in the theaters. And for this question I want to say that Julie and Lil will do a read-along of Mysterious Affair at Styles. If you want to join this read-along, you should check out their channels. Question 6. Miss Marple or Poirot, explain your reasoning about your choice. Also, favorite non-reoccurring character. So just one from one of the books that you loved. I'm going to say Hercule Poirot because I like the fact that he's witty. He's so full of himself. And that makes me laugh. I would have found him very irritating in real life, but in books he's very joyful to read because he's so eccentric. I also prefer Hercule Poirot novels because especially in the earlier period novels, Poirot uses more scientific methods to solve his mysteries than Miss Marple. And Miss Marple, although it is a very valid method, she prefers to use human psychology and tries to make comparisons with the people of Sandmead, the village that she lives in, with the criminals, and that sometimes makes it a bit unbelievable that she would be so accurate all the time. My favorite non-recurring Christie character was the character of the witness in Witness for the Persecution. Because I like clever characters no matter what their motives are. Question 7. Agatha Christie also wrote as Mary Westmacott. Have you read any of these books? If so, what did you think of them and were they like her other books? I have some of the books by Mary Westmacott, but I haven't read them. 7a. Lil is thinking about starting a book club to read these books. Would you like to join us? Yes, I would like to join the club because I really want to know how she wrote romance novels because I've heard that they are good, but they are not as good as her mystery novels. But I really want to join the club with the books that I own. Question 8. There are quite a few books that feature Agatha as the character rather than the author. Talk about the ones you have read and really enjoyed. If you have not, then would you like to? I have not read any books that feature Agatha Christie as a character, but I would like to read such a book. And Julie at Hungry Bookworm has many suggestions, many good suggestions for that question. You should check her video. Question 9. Do you have a favorite Agatha Christie book that you find yourself turning to again and again? Yes, and then there were none. That is the only mystery book that I have read many times. It is also one of my top 3 favorite books. Question 10. She is known as the Queen of Crime. Suggest another female crime author who you like to read. Unfortunately, I do not have an answer for that question because aside from Agatha Christie and some cozy mysteries, I do not have a favorite female crime author. Question 10. Do you prefer the Golden Age style crime book or prefer a more modern take? I have conflicted feelings about this question. Aside from Agatha Christie, I have tried many Golden Age detective books. And unfortunately, I did not enjoy them very much. But I think Agatha Christie has a different writing style than the authors in her time because she does not get into unnecessary details like some of the books that I have read. Especially the novels that I have read from this era had many unnecessary descriptions and it disrupted the flow of the book, in my opinion, of course. But I'm not going to discredit all of the works written in that era. I have read many very good short stories from that era. I have this book that I would like to try, vintage mystery and detective stories. I have bought this in a thrift store and would like to read the stories from that era. And I'm sure I will find a favorite among them. So I'll let you know when I read it. As for the answer to that question, I have to say I prefer a modern take on mysteries because they have a faster tempo. Those were my answers to Agatha Christie Tag. We'll tag 3 booktubers who also like to read Agatha Christie very much. Tia from Tia and All the Books, Naomi from Naomi's Bookshelf, and Jane Knight from Jane Knight Reads and Writes. If you're a fan of Agatha Christie and want to do this tag, please do this tag because I want to know more about your answers, especially your views about the Golden Age style crime books, and if you have suggestions for me to read. So please comment down below what do you think of Agatha Christie. Do you have a favorite adaptation of her works? And anything you want about Agatha Christie. I'm open to all the chats about my favorite author. Also, please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye! As for Turkish word of the day, since Agatha Christie is considered a queen of crime, I thought the Turkish word of the day should be crime. Crime means suç in Turkish, and suç is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day!